Good evening. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here. Hope everybody's had such a beautiful, amazing day as I have. It's so sunny and warm here in northern Idaho, and just finally, just lovely, lovely weather. Um, and just wait a few minutes for people to jump on a little bit and check in. And everybody enjoyed the eclipse last week. There was a lot of strong energy happening with that. I myself spent a week with migraines once again. It happens. It happens. It probably happens to many of you. When there's intense energies expanding us more into our full loving of who we are. Surfacing what wants to come to the surface to be seen and witnessed, and a lot of uncomfortableness can come about with that. For myself, but I get a lot of headaches as the energies are flowing, and a lot of time to quiet myself and meditate, which I did get a chance to do that last week, as I do every day, but even more so last week. So, and today in our sharings, it came to me to speak more about letting go, and one theme that is constant in surfacing for me is letting go of more of what is no longer serving me, what is no longer me, what is holding me back from my greatness. And what my greatness is truly is my highest loving, the highest essence of all that I am. And anything for me that is keeping me from that is what I welcome to be witnessed and let go, transformed, however you want to word it. I had jotted down a dream that I had, and I may read the whole thing to you. It in short was a couple nights ago. I had purchased. I was at a holistic fair this weekend, and busy with some friends and exploring and stuff. And I have a really good friend that and lives in Austria. One of my shaman friends took classes with them, and he speaks very highly of these obsidian mirrors. Well, I haven't seen one anywhere in any stores around here, or to get one, and any of my colleagues that I order crystals for my shop, I've never seen one. Came across one at the holistic fair this weekend, and I just held it for a few minutes that evening, and then went to bed, and then was dreaming very, very intensely that night. And my partner, he was explaining to me the next morning that I was saying people's names that I don't even know. I was talking and then talking in different languages, like I do quite often in my sleep. And I giggled at him, he doesn't ever record me. I wish he'd just record me. I never know what's happening. So I sat that morning and just automatic wrote when asking into what my dream was, which I do quite often because I have such vivid dreams. And so to get the clarity of what was happening, I will automatic write in the morning and put on some frequency music and just sit in automatic write. It's just something I've done for several years now. I draw a lot of pictures and stuff will come through sometimes. Sometimes a story won't come through of what was happening, but a picture. And I'll draw a picture of what was happening, which I find quite fascinating, or a being that I was interacting with. And this particular dream, I was communing with people outside of what they had said, the realms of man, the constructs of man is what they called it, the constructs of man. And that I was meeting with people, beings, and giving out a message of love, giving out a message of hope, giving them out a message of our divinity and who we are. And our message, the message was, in short, talking about letting go of what we are of not, and what we're not love, things that are not love, and bringing in and allowing the love to flow through us, because that is what we are. And that was basically the message, was the more that we were letting go of what we are not, or what was not serving us, the more we are opening up our heart, our fields, our chakras, all of our aura. We're opening that up for more of our divine love to flow through. And that's constantly the message that keeps coming through to me in all of the teachings that are out there, and all of the things that you can study and read and take classes, which are very, very valuable. I've done a lot of studying. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of classes that keep me in tune with knowledge of crystals, knowledge of energy, knowledge of vibration, sound, things of that nature. Just as being a dental hygienist, just because I went to school 20 plus years ago doesn't mean I stop learning. I do learning every year. It's actually a requirement. So you never stop learning. And that is within everything. We never stop learning. Although we are not technically learning, we are remembering who we are. As I interpret it, as I feel into that, is that I am never learning. I am awakening within me a remembrance of who I am, and every course and everything that I interact with, as we're here on this planet and we came in forgetting everything. And me, with 8 brain concussions and a brain surgery, I forget more than most people. So I do a lot of reading and reminding myself. I read the same book over because I didn't retain any of it. It's just, I need to keep myself of in remembrance of who I am, and always searching different topics. It's not all on the same topic. My bookshelf is full of so much. I have a hunger for wanting to remember everything. And so the more I read, the more I remember, and more I learn to remember. And anyways, after I had written down my journey or dream or remembrance of what was happening, however you want to interpret it. The other day, I sat with this obsidian mirror and just sat and held it for a little bit longer and started to see a magenta circle right out in front of me. It was just this bright, wasn't purple, wasn't pink. It was like magenta colored, and it was this just bright. And then it seemed to get smaller and smaller and smaller. And then gold was surrounding it. So it was like mixture, and it was kind of moving. And I sat and watched that for a little bit. And then codes started popping up, these symbols. I would interpret them as being letters or symbols. I tried to write some down with my eyes closed, but it didn't really work very well. And they would pop up and they would go away, and they were quite large. And they seemed to go in a semi half circle. It came up in a half circle and it came around. I found that quite interesting. After I tried to draw some of them down, I couldn't get them clear. Then I closed my eyes once again, and several more of them, very large, came in front of my mind's eye. And again, could not write them down, but they were quite large. I would say they were gold because they were bright yellow, and everything around it was dark. And so I would say interpret that as being a gold color, a golden light, and then they were gone. I played with it a little bit, learning a little bit about how to use it. If anybody knows how to use it more, shoot me a little message, but I'm going to do more research of how I use this from my understanding, to reveal the darkness that wishes to be healed within me. And that's all that really matters, is when I'm doing anything, is I'm working on what needs to be healed within me. My outer world is encompassed with the highest of loving also, because whatever happens here is happening out here. For me, my interpretation. So that was pretty interesting and new. Haven't seen the codes like that. Usually they come in with a pillar of light, and I can see the code like moving down into a pillar of light. Not usually, that profound and defined. Usually are in a swirl of light. So that was very interesting. So maybe at some point I'll be able to get them down and be able to interpret what the codes meant. They were not for me to understand in that very moment of time. It was for me to have, not understand it. As in many things, as we are moving through, when we let go of the understanding and allow for the feeling or the vibration or the frequency to move through us, to unlock the codes, unlock the knowledge, unlock the wisdom within us that is wanting to be revealed. And that is what light language is all about, is illuminating, awakening, sparking, creating the portal for opening to become seen by you, shown to you the knowledge that you are to know, knowledge that the wisdom that you are to remember, and be shared out from you to others. So I found that very, very profound, and I was very grateful for that message. So in today's message, again, sharing what is wanting to be let go from us, from our hearts, from our souls, from our spiritual body, our mental body, our cellular body. What is wanting to move through us to be seen, transformed, transmuted, however you interpret it, to say it, to be released from our beingness, so we can call forth more of our divine loving into us. And again, I say this often, it's not anyone else's divinity, it's not anyone else's Christ light, God's light. It is yours. It is your highest loving of all that you are, because you are everything, and so am I. You are the most divine thing of creation, and so am I. And so is your neighbor, so is your friends, your families. And when we start seeing that through our divine eyes and reflecting the divine light within us that we see from them to us, that beauty expands even more in more rapid form. And today, this little Lemurian here wanted to sit and bring forth to us some messages of love. And before I get started, I would like to open up my Viracocha and open up my Viracocha over you, and for all to feel and hold in a divine orb or ball of light, so we may walk through space and time into a healing space together as one union of love. So if we could take a quick moment and take a few deep breaths and just let go all of our thoughts, our worries, all things that we've been working through today. I know it's been a busy Monday, but it was a beautiful one up here, and the sun was shining so bright. And I am just going to open up my Viracocha around me. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and open up my Viracocha and extend it over you, and welcoming you into a ball of most benevolent, beautiful light, that we may heal together and walk in spirit and space of time together. And with the highest love and the highest beingness of all that I am, throughout all creation, throughout all time, and all that will be and ever will become, I ask and welcome in the highest of love, the highest of light of all beingness of all things, the highest light of all the angelics, councils of light, federations, as we envelop ourselves with the highest of love of our Christed selves, the Christos of who we are, as I share my lovings from my highest to you, I thank thee. And they're saying that the creator beings, the Elohim of all that they are and all that we are in gratitude for your acceptance of your beingness at this time. For you are of divine being as they are, as the walking of all breath and creation throughout time and space. And they are of welcoming you into all of their hearts in unison. For that is what you are, of highest love, of highest creations of beingness at all times. Divine loves and divine hearts, we thank thee. We open ourselves fully and completely to the highest of all that we are and all that we ever will be throughout all creation and all time. For there is no separation from one to another, from thine self to you, and thine creator of all and the creator of thine is all of one loving. For we are the essence of all that is and all that ever will be. And in this moment, in moments of time and space, they are asking permission for the beings of light that hold residence within and around this divine crystal to bring forth messages of love, messages of hope, messages of beingness, of purity, of thine self to you. As we embark on this journey together to immerse what is not of our beingness to what we are of, is of love. Nariskus nanakista gordon stara. I do it stanara cisconara stara. Arasturus tenesteres corin stara costina corster stara. Ayer ora nera yusura sanera usana deskere uren nera Darino sredera sredi suren nara That's road and it so goes to the night, stundos, nana, 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 soros, nana. Darastu, nursery, sunodorus, nana, sores, no goes, nana. Harisana, Arisurna. That's Runa.
They're saying that we have been in of trying times. For there is much to come upon us at this time. We are unfolding and unveiling the truthness of what is upon you in all times. There is many beingness arising in their being and sharing of the lovings of the all. And we are much gratitude for thee. For there is much to be unfolded in differences of realms at this time. And there is many of perceiving and perceptions of unknowing of the truths of what is. And they are of not importance. For the importance at hand is the beingness of you. The vibrations of loving of which you emit and are of being at your moment of time in this time of space. For your highest loving will not be of exactness of another. Your challenges is to be of your highest of
loving at all times for you. Karanikaro kustana. Arekere osene kresta. Skore itas kronarat. Areskro korani kristana kristana. Aresiskro ruskana nareskri. It is of your highest loving, your walkings of beauty that will bring you into your awareness of you. Areskri, not another. Breaking free of what is not of you is at hand. It is of discomforts and confusions at times, and we beseech you to hold to thine heart tightly and expand thine love with exuberance of sharings. Orechkinana kastana orestere karanstara. Arakona ereskana oreskana tetiskana. Arere korana skere oresana nerekasna. Areskirikana stedistitusana. Like it goes na aradiskir oresana nekrasna. For it is of your benevolence that we are of pleasing upon you, and all beings in their own benevolence. As we open each other further for our highest lovingness, as we expand and join and radiate upon each other, we are expanding into the higher wisdom of you. We are of breaking open thine heart, breaking open thine chains of you to explore you further. Breaking down the barriers of all that is, so you may feel the essence of you. You may feel a breaking in this moment in thine heart, and know that it is not of your understanding of destruction. It is a breaking open. Open thine love. There is many sharings of wisdom upon you as you embark on your journey further, and we implore you to radiate your highest, your loving of all that is, from all that was and will be, for your fullest expression of you. Registro ora nella chiesa, caragara cucura, registro nakara kutos, the Christian Aratisco nana, registro ora negres, ragazzo to do, and the creates that I couldn't and there go to the aracusina, Aratisco dosta, Aratisco ostra, and negra arcusina, Aridina, Arisuna, Arisuna. As we illuminate the essence of you for all to feel and hear, as you radiate your abundance, dear lovings, we implore you to raise your hands to your heart as we illuminate the essence of all that you are for you. We gifting you thine expressions of you back to you for your own expressions of loving. What is to be had upon all things. Arara go grene kraskiri kuskene giri kuskure regere skugure negisana. Ara kuskene ni kuskene na kare kisere regere giri guru ne regere skene na na kare sinana. Ara gere sono go negere skru regere ku na kare kuskene giri kuskene ne kare kuskene kare giri gete da. Regere sine ne kare 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 gire kare 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 dige kare 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 kuskene kare 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 kuskene. Ara gere skru gore ne kare kare kuskene kare 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 kuskene ne kare kare ne kare kuskene kare kare kuskene. Ara kuskene no kuskene kare kare kuskene kare kuskene kare Ara They have they create light pillar around you and cleansed the light pillar cleansed within you all and around you what is of your highest loving, and then they had expanded the light all around, and they radiate so all of your highest loving is It's going to pulsate into the world with reverberance of vibration. As you radiate of your highest loving, you radiate outward to all the lovings around you. For we are of one loving, one heart, one breathing, healing all things. Because we are of one. Let's go. One heart. And we are of breathing outward and pulsating to the all of the universes, all of the galaxies, all of the planetary bodies of all beings and beingnesses of every moments of time. There's much unfolding in this time and space that is not on the planetary body that you reside. It is unfolding in rapidness upon all things. It is not a human thing that's just happening. It is I'm not understanding there's not a word for. It's galaxies of galaxies and galaxies and over universes. I don't know an English word for that. It is unfolding, unwrapping the gifts of you into all times and spaces. They are expressing not to worry about the fine fines, the relevancy of all thingies. It is the essence, the vibration, the feeling, as we float like the wind. We are expressing our lovings through all things. We are the breath. We are the breathing. We are the beating of the heart. We are the beingness of all loving. And if we are being of what we are, it'll radiate of exuberance over and over and over. There is no of importance other than that. Of all speakings, of all learnings, of all rememberings, radiate thine beingness of who you are in all things, where you are not finding what you are searching for. It is because it is you that you are looking for. It is in it is in here. It is the light of all that is. It is the breathing and love of all that is within you. You cannot find it elsewhere. Just going to vibrate who you are to all things. And we will continue to radiate and elevate and help you be your beingness of highest of all that you are. So that all things that you encounter will be of highest for you. Where you are in the challenges of livings, what is the they're like the things that you do. Find the beauty, the sweet beauty of all things within, the breathings of all essence of light, the flowers blooming all everywhere. You are the highest of all that is. Do not let what is not of you distort you and distract you. They are of knowings of other beingness that are pulling you from your highest loving. Give it love. Give it sharings of beauty, and it will transform or walk away. No worry, no hurt, no stressing. Oh, stressing hurts. That harms the physical play suit. When you stress and worry, vibrate the love of all that you are. So we are of thanking in this moment of space. Thank you for your bravery of you. Thank you for your journey of you. We are of highest loving upon you. We are thanking. Thinking, thinking, we are of honored in your loving. That was they're laughing at me for laughing at them. To have fun with our loving. Be joyful of thy loving. Be joyful of thy beingness at all times. Find the beauty within all things. I thank thee for joining me. I thank thee for taking the time out of your day out of your life to feel more of your divine beauty. And I thank thee for sharing your beauty with all that you encompass, with every being that you pass by, interact with. You are all so beautiful, so loved. And we thank you for everything that you do. With so much love. Have a good night.